We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this important special news bulletin.
Is that the way you start this thing?
Well, no. I mean, this
Okay,
is...
then let's start correctly.
All right. Proceed.
I was trying to get a bell to ring. Oh, that was. Hey, welcome to the Big Deal Warehouse Workshop. You know, we got 40,000 square feet out here and we're climbed into a closet.
We are crammed right in here because this is where all the real work happens.
That's where the brain happens. And you don't need a very big place to do what we're about to do. So if you live outside in a little hut, you can still make one of these.
You can. You still need some tools. I mean, that's the most important part. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started building this thing. By the way, I'm Andrew Weiler.
And I'm Michael Hahn.
That's
and
right.
Today we're building 13 things.
No, we're not building all 13 of them today.
Good. I thought I was going to be busy.
That's right. No, we're just going to build one of the 13 things. You know, we talked about this. Maybe you saw some of what we did down in at the Orange Conference in April.
In fact, we are going to build something we built to take to Orange, and we gave it away. It was an air cannon.
Yeah, we built an air cannon, and we can fire all kinds of things out of an air cannon.
Why didn't we shoot oranges out of the cannon at Orange?
Because oranges are thick, dense, and round, which is kind of like most people at the Orange Conference. No, I'm just kidding. Oranges are bright, vibrant, brilliant, delicious, inspiring, and we love oranges. But the reason why you can't fire an orange out of a cannon is...
At 50 miles an hour, your family ministry people wouldn't be back next week. So we shoot moon pies, confetti, t-shirts, soft things out of those. Do not shoot ball bearings, BBs, bowling balls, and log chain. You're going to leave a dent in your audience.
Yeah, and generally speaking, for us, we say it's a good life strategy to wherever you go, make a dent and leave a hole. Yeah. But not that kind of a dent, and certainly not that kind of a hole.
You betcha. So, while we're talking about safety, and here at the warehouse we say...
Safety third.
Safety third. It looks like a big risk, but there are some risk involved, and so this is our disclaimer. If you don't know what you're doing, get some instruction. Maybe you have a friend in your ministry who's an electrician or a plumber. We're going to need both of those skills today to put this air cannon together. However, we are professionals, and we've taken some time. We know what we're doing here. But we can't be responsible if you build this incorrectly. So there's our disclaimer. And
yeah.
The attorney used larger language than I, but
right.
We're up and running.
But you know, we don't even know what half those words mean. So the important thing is, be careful with what you build. This is not a difficult project. Anyone can really build this. But if you feel a little intimidated, find somebody around who has some skills and has some expertise and knowledge, and that'll just help cool your mind. But come on, this is really not too difficult. So what do we have here?
Well, you know, every show says this, with tools you have at home on your workbench. So you are going to need a couple of these. These are pipe wrenches, and they're good to drop on things from high places. But these are great wrenches. They're kind of expensive. Get a couple. Your uncle has two in the garage. Just get his when you're
yeah. Somebody you know has one, and here's the deal: you only need two of them. So we showed you a couple, but two is all you need because you got to go, one on either side of your pipe to really tighten it in there, snork it down. It's a technical term right there.
Snort. And you'll probably need a crescent wrench or a spanner wrench. You'll need something like this. This happens to be a short one, and we brought it out on purpose to say if you're getting ready to take a nut loose like this one, and you don't have enough strength in the handle, just slip something over the handle and make your wrench longer. This would be a persuader bar.
Yeah.
For lots of reasons. If you own goats, you'll know what that is.
Yes, and if you own goats, you can feed your goats with an air cannon. It's
Perfect.
really a fantastic
All right, let's start with the air cannon. The first thing is the air cannon is made out of steel. This one is metal, and it's just a pneumatic air tank that you're going to buy at Harbor Freight or Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's if it goes on sale.
That's right, somewhere like that. And here's the thing. It's really important that you use a steel particularly, air tank. Sometimes you might be tempted to take a piece of PVC. We use PVC in this project.
We would never do that.
But let me just tell you.
Especially after the first time.
Yeah, we're still cleaning up the pieces on the floor. And it could have been dangerous. We weren't even wearing safety glasses that day.
Yeah, this is not for high pressure, and we're not going to glue the ends and ask you to put a lot of pressure in there. This is not like potato cannons. Get that out of your head, all you potato cannon builders. We're not trying to get anybody hurt here. What we're trying to do is create a stage-safe performance cannon for you to shoot all sorts of things out of. First thing you're going to have to do is take that air tank, and you're going to have to break this loose with a wrench, which I already have, and unscrew the filler plug on the end of it. And I've already taken it loose some. It's a mess. There it is. It comes off like that, just leaves a hole in the middle of the tank. All this is going to be on our website later. And
yeah, we intended to have it up by now, but sometimes the artist
The artist in me.
You just have to really let them take their time when they're drawing.
One empty tank that'll hold at least 150 pounds or 125 pounds of pressure. You are not going to need more pressure than that to send 24 moon pies flying out over your audience.
That's right. And so then you get a couple pieces. We're using 1/2-inch pipe, okay? And so you need a couple of different pieces here. I have a couple here that I'll show you. You've got 2 1/2-inch nipples, and then you've got a T 1/2-inch, and then a bushing that is actually a reducer here, and it goes from a 1/2-inch here to, what is this, a quarter inch? And this is a 1/4 inch air valve, or Schrader valve, as they say in the business. Not like I'm in the business. But it's like the easy way to see. That's what I was going to say. A car tire or a bike tire. You can kind of see in there. Get it real close, just like that. Make sure
just like they do on the Home Shopping Network.
That's right. Well, this is like Home Shopping
Hey,
Network.
we could build this and sell it to you, but where would the fun of that be?
That's right.
If you could build it yourself, especially if you have an uncle who has all this stuff in his garage already.
Yeah.
So, hey, we're going to just take the tank and kind of lock it into a bench vise here that we have down here. If you don't have one of those, just have your uncle hold it. Okay.
Really, the important part about this project is you just need an uncle. Okay, if you have an uncle, you're in good shape.
By the way, that's why we were building 13 things. 12 things that you really need. That 13th one, your uncle will build. Be real careful with that.
The crazy uncle.
All right.
Everybody's got.
Tell them about this stuff right here.
Teflon tape. This stuff right here will seal. So as you're putting air through all of these parts, sometimes through the threading, air can escape, it'll leak, and it's really disappointing. We can tell you from experience, if your air tank leaks because you don't put this on there, then the air slowly gets out of there, and if you go to fire that big bang moon pie and everybody's ready for it, and then it goes. Pew.
I hate that.
Really disappointing.
All right.
So put that tape, and you can wrap it here. I'm not even going to pay attention to the way I'm wrapping, but the important thing is if you are paying attention, you want to wrap opposite the way that you're going to thread your pipe.
Nice instructions, because that way if you put it in, it won't tear the tape.
Because otherwise it goes
off.
reverse. Now I say that as an instruction, but I think I have actually put it on there the wrong way. But
that's all right. When all else fails, just use a punch up.
That's right.
All right. So literally, we're going to start putting this together. And in fact, I'm going to let you just put all this together. Why don't you just put all that together? Because
all right, I'll put it together.
Like a fancy cooking show, I already have one built.
Oh, you are a fancy cooking show.
I have all his parts. Here's the T. Here are the 1/2-inch pipe nipples. Here's the reducer. Here's the Schrader valve. That's the air valve already in. And we put this together. Now that's going to, as he puts it together.
The right way.
You did do it the right way. Fantastic. Now what you're going to do is you're going to fasten all that into what we call the brains of the air cannon, and that's this piece I'm holding right here. It comes in this box. We get ours from, we're not shy to tell you, and they're not cheap. We get ours from W.W. Grainger. You can find them at a supply house.
There's actually 3 W's in the World Wide Web.
But I think theirs is just WW, because I think it's Woodrow Wilson Grainger. But anyway, I just made that president a part of.
I can see that.
All right. So let me show you how this thing. Here, hold this up just for a second. Let me show them how this works with my hands.
All right.
Here's how this works. This is electrical, and in a minute we're going to show you how to wire that up. This part
get a little
here.
closer here, so people can really kind of have an idea.
This part right here is the valve. All right. So look at this fist. This is going to be, the valve is closed, the valve is open. The valve is closed, the valve is open. And this part here is really a magnetic coil. So it attaches to the valve, and when you put electricity on it, the magnet opens and closes the valve. It's an electric solenoid switch. You're going to see these in your yard if you live in a place where there's sprinklers. However, this is 110 and not 12 or 28 volt like your sprinklers. Could you build one out of a sprinkler? Yes, but you're going to have to use a transformer somewhere, and you're only going to have to take everybody over to your house when the water comes on to shoot the moon pies.
Yeah, one of the big reasons why if you're familiar with electricity, then go ahead and try that. But this is an easy way that if electricity sort of intimidates you a little bit, that there is almost no hard electrical work. There is no hard electrical work this way. It's already wired in. You don't have to put a transformer or a Decepticon, anything like that in.
Bingo. All right. So give me a little bit of. All right, we got it. So what we've got is Andrew's building this with the T, the 2 pieces, the reducer valve, and here's the concept. Okay, we're going to fasten this onto the tank where we took out the air hose. All right. So remember, we took the air hose out. Now we're going to just put this piece that we've made up out of our T's, reducer valve, and the solenoid into the air tank. And we're going to thread that right down in there, and it's going to just screw right in ever so nicely in a minute.